Like, OMG, I'm like so broke. Oh my god. Welcome back, Strongman Personal Finance. We got a doozy of a video here. Apparently, this lady, Rachel, has $100,000 of debt. And you're not gonna believe why she cannot pay this off. Okay? It will shock you. It will disgust you. You will probably vomito all over your penso. So let's go ahead and see what Rachel here has to say. This video got 41,000 views. Oh my god. YouTube's gonna bail me out of all my debts. Let's hear her story. I'm fascinated to hear.
Can we talk about it? Welcome back to The Rachel Show. My name is Rachel. If you haven't seen me before, welcome. And I love you. And I can't wait to spend more time with you. This is where you...
Oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, he's so amazing. God, it's so freaking fake.
You guys come in. I'm going to need you guys to watch this video through. I'm going to need you to like, comment, and subscribe because you guys are going to help me boost my channel, and we're going to figure out how to leverage social media to help get my story out there because I feel like my story is a story that needs to be shared. Let's get into this.
Yeah, I want to hear some bimbo story. Please, everybody needs to know your story, Rachel. You're so important. Oh my god. You're going to teach the world so much being in massive freaking debt.
Broke. I just have to sit with that for a moment because, quite honestly, it's very uncomfortable to say that and to say that to so many people. Potentially millions of people on the internet could see this video. Billions of people in the world. That is very...
Billions. You think you're going to get 1 billion views on this channel, you nut?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
I know what you're asking yourself. How can someone that's 42 years old with
2 college degrees
in accounting be so financially illiterate?
Stupid.
I have to take ownership over that.
As an accountant myself, I want to apologize for the accounting industry for producing a disaster like this woman. Total nuclear disaster, okay? Where'd she get her accounting degree? Oh, we'll find out, don't worry.
I can no longer blame my parents for the faults that they have. And I love my parents, and they've done a lot of good and great things for me and my sisters in my life. And I also try to give every person that I meet grace because everybody's going through this life for the first time.
Why are we talking about your parents? You are 41, 42 years old. Okay, I'm 35. I don't blame my parents for anything. I'm freaking 35 years old. I left the house when I was 17. I went to college, and I started working ever since then. Who talks about their parents? Oh my god, my parents said this and that. I can't blame them anymore. You're 41. You should have stopped blaming them 15 years ago. She's like a child.
There's a lot of things that we're just learning in the moment and we're doing for the first time, and we've never done that before, and we're learning as we go on a lot of things in life. No matter how old you are, there's still going to be new things that you're learning and doing daily, if not weekly, even up into your 70s and 80s, I believe.
I'm learning about debt when I'm like 41. Oh my god, really? It takes till you're 41 and you're 100,000 debt. Now, sometimes there's legitimate reasons. Sometimes life just happens, okay? But trust me, when you hear what she says at the very end, and of course she says it at the very end, when nobody can freaking hear it. Oh, but I heard it. Yes, I heard it all. You're not going to feel bad for her at all. Trust me.
And I just believe that we're always learning in life. But let's get into all of this. For reference, I am...
Yes, but by the time you're 41, you should understand the basics of debt, okay? If you don't understand how to pay off debt, or you're still such a freaking financial disaster at this point in your life, this is sad, okay? This is not a 22-year-old girl. She's 42. 42.
I'm 42 years old this month. I have a college degree from University of Phoenix.
You stupid dumb animal.
Which plays a big part in this. And I also have...
I mean, I'm not a school schnob, but University of Phoenix is like F tier.
I think my University of Phoenix degree is in accounting. And then I have a bachelor's of science. Major is accounting and a minor in finance.
Okay, she thinks her degree is in accounting. How do you not know what your degree is? You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. She does not know what her frickin' degree is, okay? And I just realized I'm watching this on the wrong channel that doesn't have premium, so you may see an ad. Get over it.
As well from Western Carolina University. Go Cats! If you know, you know. I have those 2 degrees. I've been thankful and so grateful that I was able to pay off my car. So I don't have a car note right now, but I do have credit cards.
Oh, trust me. We know you have. We can just hear how you talk. Oh my god, I swipe this card and I just get stuff and oh my god, and then it's just free. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? What? Oh my god, I have to pay this back. That's not fair. Daddy, why didn't you tell me about this, Daddy? Well, we're at a good start so far, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm going to tell you guys how much debt I'm in currently today, April 10th, 2024. I am in the hole for $97,263.43.
Now, you may think I'm mean for laughing at her, but trust me, you're not going to feel sympathy for her at the end.
And I'm going to break down where all of that comes from. We're going to go through this. And I've been documenting my payment journey, but quite honestly, I haven't been able to pay much on my credit cards, and I feel like I'm drowning, and I'm starting to fall back into that old, like, kind of depression mindset. And it's kind of disheartening because
Just find a man. Just, seduce him. He'll pay all your bills. It's easy.
I feel like I've worked so hard to just say, it is what it is. You're doing all that you can, Rachel, and you need to give yourself grace because also you are going through life for the first time, and you are learning and growing every
You're all going through life for the first time. So when you're a massive financial disaster at 41 years old, well, you're just going through life at the first time. You know what? I crashed my car. Oh my God. Going through life for the first time. Oh my God. I robbed a bank, but I didn't know because I'm living life for the first time. What a lame excuse. Basically, every mistake that she makes, I'm just living life for the first time. So every mistake I make is excusable. Yeah, okay. Well, somebody isn't apparently held accountable for her actions.
single day. I'm just trying to give myself that grace, but I'm starting to feel myself slipping back into almost a depression state where I feel like I'm never going to get out of this hole, and I don't know how to get out of this hole, and I'm doing all that I can, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. And
it's called a man. Trust me. You know what to do.
It's so disheartening, and I know that I've gotten myself into this hole, and I need to figure out how to get out of this hole, but like, how is one person supposed to do all of this on their own?
You don't rack up your credit cards? You don't go to garbage schools where you don't even remember what degree you got? You make smart, prudent decisions? You sit down and think for half a second? You're telling me this woman didn't have time to think about her future? Really? She was so busy just going to the University of Phoenix and, oh my God, racking up her credit cards. I didn't know. Oh my God. Come on. Take some responsibility. This is ridiculous. She's 42. She is not a child.
I don't understand.
Let's do a little debt breakdown. So I have $83,576 in student loans combined from University of Phoenix and from Western Carolina University, which is in Western North Carolina.
Both of my degrees in accounting, because I think they're in accounting. But my bachelor's degree was a cheap school, and my master's degree was a school where you pay 6 months at a time, and you're self-paced. There's options where you don't have to pay $86,000. And guess what? I got a degree. I got my CPA license. And now my freaking school doesn't matter because I have a CPA license. Okay? And she doesn't have a CPA license. I guarantee it. She's one of those that's too lazy to do it. But there's options to go to school where you don't have to drop $86,000 and just accrues interest.
Great podunk small little town. So if you haven't heard of it, no worries. I am just beside myself. I have $83,576 in student loan debts, and I only have 2 bachelor's degrees. And one of them didn't even get me anywhere. So when I became a young...
apparently none of them got you there.
...stay-at-home mom at the ripe old age of 19, and my frontal lobe was not even fully developed. I had no business having children, I know. But it is what it is, and I can't go back and change the past, and I love my kids to death. The only thing I would change is picking a better partner and waiting longer to have kids till the noggin was fully developed. But during that time...
Okay, look... In my opinion, it's better to get kids done, okay? I'm 35, and I got a 2- and 3-year-old. I wish I had had kids younger. And my noggin's not fully developed. I don't think your noggin's developed now. I don't think you're fully developed. You're still making these lame excuses for your disgusting failures in life. Some people's noggins are never developed. It's the kid's fault. Oh, my God.
And I felt the need to still want to go to college because all of my peers were going to college and graduating and all of these things. And here I was just stay at home, like living in my pajamas, feeding a baby throughout the night and throughout the day while my husband at the time, who's now my ex, went to work every day. He was in the military, so very thankful that I had a very stable job. And I didn't know where to turn or how to get into college.
Okay, so she's like, oh my God, all my friends are going to college and then, they're getting their bachelor's in sociology and then racking up student loan debt and making no money. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. She's like a high school girl. Flipping through social media, getting jealous and all the fake garbage. It does not matter if your friends go to college. If your friend goes to college and gets a degree in diversity basket weaving, That's freaking useless. It doesn't matter if, oh, but they graduated. Oh, my, they have a degree. Who freaking cares? It's how you apply the degree. And I guarantee you most of her friends are getting hotshot degrees. But all that matters to her is, well, they're going to college, and I was just raising my child. Oh, my God, I was feeding my child. That's so lame. You know what's better? It's getting a degree in sociology and then going and making $35,000 a year, working with a bunch of low-income people. Oh, my God, I'm such a failure. I need to go to school. Oh, my God.
Although my older sister was in college, no one really told me how to go about doing all of this. And I felt a little overwhelmed by just being a new mom and trying to figure out how to do that good, before I stacked something else on top of doing that. So it took me a few years to even get to the point where I actually was ready to sign up for college, I guess. And during that few years, I ended up having a second child. So I had 2 children basically under the age of 5 because they're about 2 years and 9 months apart. I was very busy and I needed...
Okay, that's ludicrous. Like, I have 2 children under 5. There is no way in heck, unless you put them in daycare, there is no way you can do school. Okay, I mean, I guess anything's possible. And I'm sure people have done it, but it's insanely hard. You could have just waited until they went to a first grade. So they were both in school. Then you'd have a lot more time to go to school. Okay, but I got to start now. Oh my God, graduation degrees. Oh my God, graduation party, my cap and gown.
I needed something that would work with my schedule. And so I chose to go to University of Phoenix. It was going to be great. My husband at the time was going to be deployed soon. And so I was going to be basically a single mom. And I was going to have to figure out how I was going to want to go to school during that time. And all of the commercials for University of Phoenix were coming up, and I just felt like I was being called to go there. I don't know.
She fell for the most basic. Like, who falls for advertisements? Really? I mean, the only good advertisements are my services where you can get a sponsored video. But in general, like, come on. I felt called to go to the University of Phoenix deceived you. Oh, I'm sure she'd be a great hire. Her husband's deployed. She's got 2 kids under 5. Why are you going to college? Are you insane? There's no rational thought here. It's just, oh my God, Fifi's, and oh my God, it's cool. I'm a girl. Like, come on. Utterly, like, her frontal lobe was definitely not developed, and I still don't think it is.
If I was actually tuned in to what God was telling me, because I don't think God would have told me to waste my money. And it took me many, many years.
Well, of course, she's a Bible thumper, too.
To figure out that I was wasting my money at University of Phoenix. It wasn't until after I got divorced I figured that out. But I went to the community college level of University of Phoenix.
Why does getting divorced mean you're wasting your money at college? I don't understand. If you're getting a legitimate degree from a university and you're racking up credits, how are you wasting your money? Oh, but I got divorced, so, my emotions and oh my God.
Which is Axia College. It's like their junior college. And then I was convinced that the only way I was ever going to get hired is that I needed to go ahead and finish up my program and enroll those credit hours and bring them over to the University of Phoenix, part of the university where I would finish out my bachelor's degree. So I did that. I got my associates at Axia. I worked really hard and I, got really good grades. I did go to school online and I was a pioneer in that sense because no one was going to school online at those times, and maybe that should have been.
Oh yeah, you're a pioneer. You're so different from the other girls. Wow, you're so smart and unique.
A red flag for me as well, but frontal lobe wasn't developed. Finish up all of that, and by the time I was finishing up my University of Phoenix online college degree for my bachelor's, that was about the time that I was going through my divorce. I'd finished up shortly before we separated. My divorce was horrendous. It put me through a lot of trauma, and my student loans will not be hit the 20-year mark until 2027. So I have.
Trust me, the man was basically paying and giving her everything, but I'm sure it was trauma.
A few more years, and I don't even know if they'll qualify for that year because they were deferred when I went back to school after I got divorced. I had always wanted to be in banking or accounting to some degree. That was why I was getting the degree from University of Phoenix in.
You didn't even know what you wanted to do? Come on!
Accounting. I always loved numbers. I've been a numbers girl. I ended up realizing that if I was ever going to better myself and better the life that I was trying to provide for myself and for my kids and try to pull us out of this hole financially, I was going to have to get another college degree. And so it was about that time. I was about 28 years old. I decided to enroll in Western Carolina, and thankfully they accepted 2 years of my credits from University of Phoenix and Axia combined, and I was only having to go to Western Carolina for 2 years, and I was.
So did we like, why did she not finish Phoenix? Is it just because of a divorce? I mean, you know, the real reason probably is she was freaking overwhelmed because she couldn't think properly. Basic common sense. If you have 2 toddlers, you don't have time to freaking study. Okay? The only time after they went to bed, sometimes they stay up late, they get up in the middle of the freaking night. Come on. You can't deceive me, woman. I know what's going on here. You're out of your depth. You need guidance. You need a strong male role model to tell you what to do. That's right.
I was going to graduate from a regular, school with a regular, diploma, a bachelor's
Degular rhymes with regular.
degree with a major in accounting and a minor in finance. I'm actually only a couple classes shy of being a double major, but my professor at the time said it wasn't that big of a deal and I didn't need to waste my time staying because he knew I was a single mom at that time and he knew that I needed to get back into the world and make money and live my life. He said if you ever wanted to come back or figure that out later, you could, but don't worry about it. A bachelor's in accounting is going to get you something out in this world.
Wow.
And so I took and ran with that. I have applied to get my University of Phoenix loans forgiven, and I applied in July of
2022.
and we're in April of 2024, and my application is still pending. I know.
Why do you need to get your loans forgiven? This is just, I'm so sick of government. I'm so sick of our society. I'm so sick of all this degeneracy. Forgive my loans because I'm a girl. Oh my God. It's stupid. Okay? This nation is sick. And this woman right here is a symptom of it. She's a total disaster. And then she wants you to pay for her mistakes as the freaking taxpayer. God bless America.
I know a lot of people are mad about people applying for forgiveness, but quite honestly, I feel like I was so defrauded. I didn't understand everything about college and loans and Pell Grants, and I didn't understand any of that. And no one at University of Phoenix took the time to really go over that, and the internet was still in its infancy, so it wasn't like I knew to just go on Google.
Oh my God, I was defrauded. I couldn't do basic research and do math, even though I'm a numbers girl. Tee-hee, I didn't know. Tee-hee, pay off my loans. Tee-hee. Get out of here. Look, this is, no. There's things that I'm thinking and things I want to say that would probably get me in trouble on YouTube. This is degeneracy of the highest degree. Man. Yeah. People will do whatever they have to say, whatever they have to say to justify their self-interest. She just wants you to pay off her loans. That's it. There's no morality here. She just wants you to pay off her loans, and she'll just say, "Oh, it's because of this and XYZ." But no, she just wants your money. That's it. She wants to take your freaking money. Don't listen to the sob story. Don't listen to her BS excuses. She just wants to take your money. That's the root cause. You should pay for my debt because I'm divorced. I'm like, God. What a freaking nightmare.
Or Bing or AOL or whatever it was at the time and look these things up because no one was telling us that we needed to do that. And no one was really showing me the ropes, so I felt like
Now, wait, where's your father? Like, I'm going to be hard on my kids. If my daughter ever ends up like this, I don't even know what to say. It'll be a disaster. I'll be so embarrassed, okay? But then again, that's how you get famous on YouTube. It's just being a freaking disaster. You get rewarded for it. Maybe I should be like, yeah, just lie. Just lie about your life. Say your life is a disaster, and you'll get subscribers and likes and love and donations and super chats.
I really got in over my head, and I'm hoping that my student loans are going to be forgiven. I will probably have...
I hope they're not. I hope you're in debt for the rest of your freaking life, thief.
The student loans from Western Carolina left, and I'm happy to pay those back. I would love that I could get my balance down to just my university or just my Western Carolina loans, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And then over the years, I've just been really, honestly, a broke single mom. And I've used my credit cards to help me buy groceries, put gas in my car, buy myself and the kids clothes from time to time. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, we spent the credit cards on frivolous things like going out to eat and things that brought me and my kids joy because
Oh, trust me. All her credit card debt was for the kids. See, this is what they do. Okay? Trust me, boyos, you'll learn, okay? It was for the kids. Everything's for the kids. My nails were for the kids, and my hair were for the kids, and my new car was for the kids, and oh my God, everything's for the kids. Oh my God. You know she was racking up debt on garbage. Absolute freaking garbage, okay? This is utterly ridiculous. Like, she wants you to pay her loans. She's a freaking disaster. Everything about this woman's a disaster. And trust me, wait till the end. You are going to despise this woman. Trust me.
I just didn't have the money.
If you broke, just say that. I am.
Now I have $13,412.39 in credit card debt that's been accumulating over the years. I've paid it down, but I've never been able to pay it off. It's been this dark cloud looming over my life for the last several years. I'm a truist
Hey, why don't you get a side job? I wonder what she's going to say.
that has about $7,000-ish on it, and then I have a Discover card that has about $6,000.
Okay, look at this. So, the starting balance was 6,442. She paid $260, but she got an interest charge of $120. Half of her payment went straight to interest. So if you take that monthly interest, right, and you multiply it by 12, and then you divide it by the balance, she's roughly paying a 23% interest rate. She's getting obliterated. She's getting charged $1,500 of interest a year on a balance of $6,400. Pay off your credit cards. You will sacrifice your short-term pleasure will be not worth the long-term pain. You're spending $1 now. You're getting 1 hour of joy now for 5 hours of pain in the future. Okay? Why don't you defer gratification like a big boy or girl? It brought the kids joy. Yeah, nails, hair, all that freaking nonsense. Trust me. I know.
Ish dollars on it, give or take. Yes, I've spent my credit cards on frivolous things.
I'm not gonna lie.
I've spent it on things that brought me and my kids joy. And
That brought her joy.
I spent it on things that I felt like I needed to spend it on in the moment to be able to.
Warning.
Like, what can I say? I'm the bad guy, though, of course.
My kids when they were with me. Living as a single mom, it's very hard. And I've basically been a broke single mom.
Living in the trenches of life.
For the last 10 years. Yes, I've had good jobs and I've had my own apartments and stuff like that. But financially, I've been broke.
Okay, so you had a job and you were probably getting child support. You're not going to be rich, but trust me. I think if you weren't massively irresponsible, numbers girl, Mrs. Oh, I'm a math whiz, numbers girl. Yeah, what a freaking joke. But if you had been responsible, you wouldn't be in this situation. But hey, why does the government just forgive your credit cards too? You should do a special tax assessment on Christopher Bell. Transfer my money from my bank into your credit card balance because you deserve it because you're a girl.
And it's like this dark cloud looming over my life for the last 10 years, and I cannot seem to get out of it. I've paid my credit cards down at times, but there's always been emergencies. I've never been able to have an emergency fund, and so I've had to put
Why don't you get a side job? I wonder why you haven't.
Emergencies on my credit cards. Also, I've used my credit cards to buy stuff like gas and food, like groceries for the week.
That's probably 10% of the balance.
Completely remember going to the grocery store several times when I lived in Greensboro, working for Truist at the time, paying for groceries with my credit card. And I remember thinking, like, am I ever going to get out of this cycle? Just seems to be never ending. So I've been documenting my payoff journey on this channel, but quite honestly, it's been very lackluster because I haven't been able to pay much on my credit cards with Christmas and birthdays for my kids. And I have gum disease, I think, so I'm going to Mexico because they're going to treat it for a much less than they can here in the United States. So I haven't been able to put my full force effort in 2024 to paying off my credit cards. I have been
Oh no, come on honey. You gotta tell us the real reason, sweet cheeks.
paying more. I've been making payments every time I get paid, every 2 weeks. And I haven't made much of a dent. In fact, my balance for my Discover card in January was $6,583.06. And I've been making payments of like $130 every 2 weeks for the last 4 months almost. And my balance is only down to $6,308.02. That is
Yes, that's what happens when you rack up debts irresponsibly. You get charged a lot of interest. Numbers girl.
only a difference of $275 in balance. My interest on my Discover card is killing me. Right now, my interest on my Discover card is 23.24%.
Oh, nice math, strong man.
I've negotiated to try to get a buy down or get that reduced. They said no. They said I could do a balance transfer, but there's a 3% fee. And by the time I do that, I just feel like I'm adding on to my debts. And it's
Wait, they offered you a balance transfer for a 3% fee. So what if they gave you a zero interest transfer? So what was it, like $6,500? Then the balance transfer. So she'd pay $200 for a balance transfer. And guess what? Maybe your interest rate will be cut in half or 3/4. Oh my God, what? But I would be adding to my debt. Oh my God. Numbers girl. God bless America.
It's just a little overwhelming at the moment. I don't know if that's the best option for me. I'm still thinking about doing that. And then my
It is, clown.
interest rate for my other card is 10% on my Truist. That I feel like I've been paying down, and it's slowly going down because I've been putting most of my effort towards my Discover card since the interest is so high. But I just don't know where to go from here. Not above getting a second job, but I do have a dog now, and it's like by the time I do 8 hours at the office, and I do work in office, and then I come home and I want to spend time with her because she's almost 7, and I want to give her a beautiful life at the end of her life, her golden years of life. And it's just so disheartening and so hard, and I just don't know.
Okay, this is the crux of the video. I'm glad you made it this far. She has a job. Right? Great. More power to you. But she won't do another job or pick a side job because she needs to hang out with her freaking dog. No, it's because you're freaking lazy. You deserve to be poor. You deserve to be in poverty. Nobody should have any freaking sympathy for you. You are a human disaster, and you deserve a life of misery forever into the future. You are irresponsible, you are lazy, and you are an entitled princess. You are a joke. Because she can't get a side job to pay off her debt. She comes and whines about it on YouTube. Because my dog's 7. Shut up, woman. You know how much I freaking work? I work my butt off. And guess what? I don't have credit card debt. Because I don't get distracted by BS. Because I'm not freaking lazy. I work hard. No sympathy whatsoever. Anyway, that's the video. What a freaking disaster. Let me know what you think about this. Poor innocent single mother. Oh my God. Yeah. Do you see the grift? Do you see the grift? That is grifting. She's trying to grift you. Okay? But like the video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And check out my side hustles. I do sponsored videos for $50. Pin comment. Check out my book, Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. Link in the comments below. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, $75 an hour. Pin comment below. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.